Hi, my beautiful friends. How are you? My name is V Valera, and I'm the author of Readers. You can find the links in the description box below to purchase my novel and to also catch the links for the other platforms that I have, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. So for the year 2020, I wanted to endeavor to do different things during the weeks, and also when the occasion should arise. And so one of them is today's reading, which is going to be for it's for the full moon in Leo. But today's full moon is also called a super snow moon. A supermoon is when a new moon or full moon occurs at a point where the moon is closest to the earth. And that gives it a bigger look in the sky and also causes it to be approximately 30% brighter as well. And then the snow moon was named aptly by the Native Americans, and that alludes to the time of the year when the full moon occurs. And it's also called the hunger moon by the Native Americans as well, alluding to when hunting was not so sure during the winter. So that is a little bit of the backstory, shall we call it, on the super snow moon. So I've shuffled extensively off camera, as you know, and I like to shuffle a little bit more on camera. And for today's reading, we're going to do things a little bit differently. We're going to ask for any messages they'd like to communicate to us about this full moon in Leo, and then any challenging aspects that we can, I don't want to say expect, because you never know, but any challenging aspects that may occur. Okay, so first we're going to ask for cards for supportive energies for this full moon in Leo, and this is for all signs. Asking for any supportive energies for the full moon in Leo. For all signs. Oops. Okay. One more. Oops, sorry. Make sure you guys can see that. So we're asking for the supportive energies for the full moon in Leo. Almost there, guys. Any supportive messages for the full moon in Leo for the collective? That didn't fall. Any supportive energies for the full moon in Leo for the collective? Woo! Okay. There are many that fell. It's a whole stack, but that's too much. It was a stack. So I'm keeping this. It doesn't look like an awesome card, but we have to trust the spirits. I'm keeping this card. We had asked for supportive energies for this full moon in Leo, but we never know what the actual message is going to be till we take a look at it. So here we go. We have the Nine of Cups. That is very nice. King of Cups. And then Three of Swords. That is a little... Okay, they're just telling me. Supportive energies, and then I'm going to do one more for this side. So it's all in one. I was going to do supportive energies, and then we'd move on to another shuffle for any challenging energies for this time, but they're like, let's just do this all at once. Okay, so we're looking for any challenging energies for the full moon in Leo. Okay. This fell. And then this fell. All right, normally I turn the camera or turn the cards towards the camera, but I'm just gonna leave it like this for now and let's see what's happening. Okay, for the supportive energies, it's on this side, we have the Nine of Cups and the King of Cups, both awesome cards. And then let's see what is challenging us this time. Okay. I hear you already. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm not saying like, oh, I'm tired or I'm exasperated, but it's kind of like taking all of the messages in at once. Okay, so full moons are a time when there are endings to what's happening, and then also things that we release. Okay, so I'm hearing this. This is actually one whole thing. So the message for those watching, and this isn't going to resonate with everybody, but as we readers say, take it as it resonates. Okay, some more cards fell. Okay. There's so much going on now. All right, let's do this. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hear everything before I speak to you, but I'll do it as I go. So for those watching, we have someone out there who has been wishing on their heart for a love offer. This is Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. King of Cups is a love offer. But right now, the only thing that's happening is grief and heartache. This Three of Swords card is grief, heartache, and depression. Or it could be a third party situation. I don't feel it is. I don't feel it's a third party. There may be other people involved, but it's not feeling so much like the issue is the people. They're insignificant. These are swords, so it's what's happening inside the person. So you've been wishing for a love offer to come, but it's only causing you heartbreak, grief. You've been waiting for some time, Three of Wands, for this true love, Ace of Cups. So now 4 more cards dropped, and what they're saying to you is, this is the Justice card, the goddess Athena. This is Four of Wands. This is actually a really awesome card. That's the love card. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a marriage card. Stability, new home, marriage. Someone's still deciding though. You're still separated. Okay. This is how it looks. This is what's going on. This is the actual reading. So it did get split up into what I was saying and what we were asking, and it's all joined by this connecting card, the Ace of Cups, true love. So whoever's watching has true love on their mind and in their heart. They've wished for it, this love offer to come. It is going to come. It is going to happen. There will be in the future stability, a new home, marriage. But right now, the energies that are challenging you, which are on this side, is heartbreak, grief, depression, waiting, constant waiting, Three of Wands. And so what I'm hearing is, so if you're watching, the one that you are thinking about, they are actually doing their own thinking. They're doing, they're trying to decide, Two of Swords. They're trying to make a decision, which is right now why you're separated. Nine of Wands is my card for separation, but in the Rider-Waite deck, it is also the card for embattled. You're feeling pretty tired, pretty exasperated, frustrated. In the Rider-Waite deck, the soldier, the man, he's got like bandages on his head, and you can just tell he's been through it. My card is a little more tame than that. It doesn't have all the bandages, but it serves the same purpose. It's still not an awesome feeling card. So this is the challenges and then the supportive energies. Before we move on to some more cards to dig into this, let me read to you the Justice card for Athena. That is a major arcana. And as you know, I like to read them because I like to read the descriptions and the meanings just in case something pops out at me or you and resonates. So the keywords for this are wisdom, fairness, and detachment. The meanings. The need for a more detached viewpoint towards a troublesome situation. Imagine you are as wise as Athena and look at the situation. What should you do? Are you being fair to yourself and those around you? Worry not. You will be able to defend yourself. Reasonable ears will hear and justice will be done. Yeah, okay, I'm hearing the message. Okay, so they're asking, so basically what they're saying is like, look, this is what it's going to end in. Four of Wands, a new home, marriage, stability. That is what it's going to end in. But right now, you have to do as the goddess is doing, or as you have to do as like the goddess Athena does, which is, goddesses, they're goddesses, too many. So they don't dig so deep into every individual issue that comes up and get overwhelmed by it, and then later have cloudy judgment in executing what she needs to. So what the goddesses do is, the gods and goddesses do, is they come from a more detached point of view. It doesn't mean that they care for us any less. It's just that in order to do the things that need to be done, there has to be a certain sense of detachment. And I'm also hearing when when we are detached and not so like just not having to like have a really tough hold, strong hold on something, we create a space big enough to allow whatever it is to come in to the situation. So that's their message about that. Um, so I don't know if you can see it all, but so this is the supportive energies, and these are the challenges, and this is how the spirits arrange them, and they're all joined. At the very heart of it is true love. True love connects them all. And I just heard true love is going to win. Okay, these are just it's just a tough moment right now. Let's get see, this is already tarot. Let's get an oracle on this. This is a very strong deck. This is the Rumi Love Oracle deck. Let's see what they have to say. All right. Now we're going to ask for one oracle. Whoops, for the collective. Okay, that didn't take long. For the full moon in Leo. Okay, wow, there are a lot. You got the right choice, Sacred Soul Sister, Layla, and a new gown. Oh my gosh. This one's buried in there. Oh, well, I'll just leave it in there. We all know it exists. So, all right, let's start with the right choice. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, you're going to, all right. If you have been concerned about your path and what steps to take next, this oracle comes as an omen of good things headed your way. Clarity, reassurance, truth, and revelation. Don't hold on to a belief system or vision if it appears to be tossed on its head. Let things go the way they will, and good fortune will prevail for you. That vision might actually have been upside down all this time, and suddenly able to right itself and be born for you if allowed to topple. Or perhaps there is a more fulfilling version of your vision lurking in its remnants to be scooped up by your soul with its hawk-eye vision and eagle deafness. Trust that if you are being drawn away from a tantalizing sweet shop, there is a more delicious array of confection just around the corner for you. So yes, have your tantrum if you must, but you will be sheepish soon when you realize the hand of the great beloved that removes is the same hand that bestows even greater gifts. Okay, so I've heard it. So right now, whoever's watching, your heart is breaking because you've been waiting. But see these wands? Wands are action. You've been waiting for things to happen in the action that you desire it to be or perceive it to be. So what this card is asking you to do is to let go of any of these expectations of how that ship is supposed to come in and let it be what it's going to be. That alludes also to this card, the Justice card, which is detachment. So they're saying detach from your previous course of action and let it, let the spirit take the helm. Let it unfold for you in the way that they deem so, and it will always be for your best and highest good. Okay, now I'll read Sacred Soul Sister. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Here it goes. Okay. This oracle comes with particular guidance also. You know something deep in your bones without knowing how or why or without particular reason. You just know it. It doesn't make sense, but you know it. It may be joy that you know. It may be that you know to avoid a certain situation. It may be something that is going to work out beautifully, despite appearances to the contrary, at a particular moment. It may be that you are meant to take a certain path. You just know. This oracle comes as confirmation that your knowing, mysterious as it is your sacred soul sister talking through you. Trust it and act or not accordingly. So that message is for whoever's watching to trust what you know innately, deep down in your bones. Like things may be looking, a particular way, like this, all the challenges that are here, but no matter what the challenges, no matter, like, for instance, this card, the Three of Swords, no matter what, if the swords are piercing it, at the very end, this card is a heart. And, hearts are for love. So fundamentally, you know that there is a love there, that there is the basis for love, and that things are going to grow from that basis, I'm hearing. So you know this, and you know this because your higher self is talking to you, trying to assure you. You kind of just know it already, but, sometimes things bother us so much. Sometimes you just have to express it, and that's okay. That's completely okay. All right, next is Layla. I love that name. Okay. Okay, this oracle brings you a message. You are moving through a period of not knowing, of time in the great void or womb of the Divine Mother. It is in this place the seed can crack open and take root. This cannot happen in the light, where all is seen and recognized. It must happen under the cover of darkness, where only trust can assure one of success. This is the way of nature, the way of life, and it must be honored. Yeah. So this this part of the knowledge innately, inside that things are happening, and they're happening away from your eyes, and they're happening, away from your eyes is you can't see it. So in a sense, you're in the dark about, all of this stuff that's taking place. But rest assured, things are unveiling and unfolding as they're meant to, as they should be. Okay, and then we have new gown. We have that the other evening as well, I believe. Okay. The new gown. A new gown, sorry. Actually, I think we had it last night. Okay, this is what I'm being told to read to you. Okay. Ah, beloved, if you could only see the incredible gift, the symbolic robe being offered to you now, your fears would quake and tremble, disappearing more quickly than you could imagine. Your heart would take wings and become so light, your entire being would lift clean off the ground and soar like an angel bird amongst the playground of the Divine Mother's skies. So that wasn't like I've read the oracles of these. That wasn't the oracle part, but that's what they wanted me to read to you, and they wanted me to show you this card. So the message is that, yes, you're going through a tough time right now. There's uncertainty. You're being challenged to trust what you cannot see. But they're telling you through this card, like, if you could only see what they see, if you could only know what they know, you would just stop with the fears immediately. Because what's been bestowed upon you now is glorious and beautiful. And you will be heading towards that which you seek. You will be getting wish fulfillment. So that is the love card, the love oracle deck. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to also do a Archangel Michael card on this, just because we're getting a lot of divine messages. So I want to get some angelic words in there too. All right, so we're going to ask for one oracle, Archangel Michael oracle, for the collective, for the full moon in Leo, in conjunction with this reading. And Archangel Michael oracle. Whoa. Okay. It's been startling me lately when the cards drop. I'm like, what? Mercurius. And Deva magic. Interesting. Mercurius, volatility. Let's see what that is saying. This is a volatile time full of instability, and yet it is during this ominous and difficult time that something magical occurs. An explosive event leads to a beautiful experience or realization, after which life will never be the same. This is a heated time, but it can be a positive one also if you keep your cool. You may need to step back at times in order to avoid adding further fuel to the fire. Just observe and allow things to unfold as they do. It may not seem like it at the time, but all unfolds perfectly. Remember, blessings come in different ways. The universe was born through an explosion of love. Okay, so I'm already hearing the messages. Right now, inside, through the grief, heartache, depression, the never-ending weight that you're feeling, the separation, feeling kind of just like the card says, volatile inside, just kind of like full of angst, like, oh man, I wish for it, and it's still not here, and I know that there's supposed to be this amazing ending, but I just can't see it in front of me. And what they're saying is, lots of times, blessings don't come in the way that we set it up in our minds to arrive. They come in different ways. Maybe you've been through this in your life where you lose something only to gain something even better. I mean, that happens to me all the time in many different aspects of my life. Sometimes, it's like that prayer. Thank you, God, for not answering. Or no, thank you, God, for all those prayers you didn't answer. It's one of those. Like the card had alluded to stepping back. And that is what the goddess Athena is asking. Go through this with detachment. Detach yourself from expectations, worry. Do what you're going to do. Don't worry about how it's going to arrive, because it will arrive. And it will, as with many things with God, it will arrive spectacularly. Okay, Deva Magic. It says incredibly small. Minute particles called nanoparticles exist in strange invisible realms. We cannot see them because they are incredibly small, and yet these invisible particles hold immense power that influences and shapes our world. There is a visible reality and an invisible one, yet both are equally real. Within the strange world of nanoparticles, there are worlds within flower cups, cities in buds, universes within dewdrops. This card is asking you to look again. Something you've discounted or consider to be irrelevant may hold great potential and power. Infinite possibility exists in each atom of my being. Every particle of light is a seed of creation. A nanoparticle can become an endless sea of creativity. My life is a universe within a universe within a universe. Whoa, okay. All right, so this is speaking to the aspect in your life right now where you can't see everything that's happening. But as with nanoparticles, just because we can't see them with our eyes, our very own eyes, doesn't mean that they don't exist. So just because you're not seeing any proof of any progress, you're not privy to it. I mean, look at, even she's blindfolded. Just because you can't see what's happening doesn't mean that beautiful things aren't happening in the background, behind the scenes, or moving towards you. Moving towards you. All right, let's do the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. See what they have to say. Hold on, I think the gods wanted to say something. The gods and the titans. Okay. All right, we'll ask for one oracle for the collective. Full moon in Leo. In conjunction with the reading. Okay. Higher power. Yes. This is divinely guided and it's being divinely watched over as well. I'm going to read it to you. You can have it on your mind and on your heart. Essential meanings. Conscious contact with a higher power. The presence of the divine. Seeing source energy in all things. Committing to a partnership with spirit. Okay, I just heard a message. While all of this is taking place, make sure to keep connected with your higher power. Do that work that you're being called upon. You know, look how the spread is going. It started as a square, but it's becoming circular. So everything is connected by the higher power, and everything comes from the higher power, and everything is being watched by the higher power. So they're asking you to trust in them and to stay connected during this time. Let's see. All right, yeah. The Oracle message. This card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there's a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. Woo! Yep, that is exactly what I was hearing. So the major themes for this reading are trust, trust in the divine, trust in what you cannot see at the moment, trust that it's going to happen for you, the wish fulfillment, the love offer, the stability, the new marriage, the home. Trust that it's all coming together, and it springs from the higher power and then also ends in the higher power. So basically the message is they've got you. They've got you in the palm of their hands, and they are watching over you, working through you, working with you, and guiding you to what your destiny is supposed to be. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, woo, well, that concludes today's super snow moon in Leo reading for February 2020. I hope that you enjoyed this type of reading. Please leave a note in the comments and let me know. Please feel free to like, comment, share. And I hope it also resonated with you. And if there's any part of this is a general reading, but if there's any part of this you want to discuss, please leave a comment below, or you can email me, and you can also book private readings so that we can look into your own specific energy. Thank you again for joining me. I appreciate you. I am so grateful that you chose to spend your time with me, and I look forward to reading for you again. Thank you. Bye.